Greetings, Aya. Blessings to all. Is there a drought in April? If you're going through this type of weather in your zone at this time, please leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know which zone you're in and if you're dealing with this type of weather in April. But even the weather is really dry. Look at the garden, guys. The weeds them is growing lovely, but the soil is dry like crips. What I have here is some compost because I don't have no water. So I have some peppers here. I had was to give them some of the compost because the place is dry. And if I don't do this, I might end up lose them because I really don't know when the rain gonna be coming. We have some squash plant here, seed, but I think they're not germinate yet because okay, they start germinating. They start germinating here. So I'm gonna give them a little compost just to wet the soil. We see them here. These down here ain't starters yet. So I'm gonna give them a little compost just to kind of wet up the soil to see if we can get anything going on here. But yes, guys, okay, the headrows them start coming up out of the ground. Is one thing I can say. Is one thing I can say. The weeds them is growing good and the fruit trees, man, them fruit trees is growing. But if you in a zone in April and you dealing with this type of weather, please let me know. But one thing I can say, man, with the spring weather, you still got to be grateful. Even though you're not getting no water, we're not getting no water, no rain, but things is still happening. This is our red potato coming up here. And they're looking pretty healthy. Go straight over on this bed. Over here, all this is red potato. In this area here as well. This is red potato we have coming up here. All in the ground is red potato coming up here. We also have corn. I now wet them with some compost. Our ginger, man, our ginger them is the better, man. And you know what's crazy, guys? We dealing with the cold weather in the night, and then we come in the morning, and then during the day, you get in like 80 degrees. But one thing I can say, and this is what I keep saying, guys. Guys, don't forget to like that button. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. One thing I want to say, guys, even though there's no rain and the garden is not getting wet, the plant them still looking pretty healthy. These are my onions them. These are my onions. My onions start to, oh man, the soil is so hard. But these are my onions them. Oh, the soil is so hard. Watch, guys. You see, an onion don't like this type of weather, this type of soil. If we see the rail, what's up? Hey, life. Lessons, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Yes, guys. And I don't really wet my plants. I don't wet my garden at all. So as you can see, what I'm doing, I'm actually using some compost tea. Some compost tea that I make, that's what I'm actually using to throw around the plants. Because no water. We ain't getting no rain, and we in April. We actually in April. We have some squash, guys. We have some squash that I'm getting ready to plant, even though the reason why my plan was to plant these squash today is because I thought they say it was supposed to rain today. So I was so grateful, man. I tell myself, all right, okay, we're going and plant some squash. So these are the squash right here. We have squash here, we have potato right here. So let me carry this over here. The weather is really dry, guys. Really, really dry. The soil is unbelievable right now. This is the time. This is the time. This is the time when we... So right in this area here, guys, we already planted some sweet potato. So we have more sweet potato here. We have more potatoes, so we're going and dig a bank right there and plant them. So we have sweet potato and we have some squash. So give me a minute there. Yes, guys. So what we're going to do, we're going to plant another row of sweet potato right here. So it is dry, guys. We're going to plant these potatoes and we're hoping that everything gonna go well. We're hoping that we're gonna get a shower of rain pretty soon. But if we don't get a shower of rain, we will have a situation. I will have to figure out a way how to wet them. All right. So we're going to take these slips from these potatoes and we're going to plant them. You see the roots? So we're gonna stock them in the ground. Another big patch here. You could get a lot from this one. From this one here. Look how many one. You could get 1, 2. Once they got root, you could separate them. 3. All these weeds we're gonna leave them because we want them to dry and kind of shelter the potato them. Give them some kind of shelter. So we're not gonna take out the weeds. So just like that, guys, we've planted a few potatoes. We have this one, we got 3 more there. This one, we're gonna plant this one right here. We're just planting them now. What might happen when they start growing, we're gonna take some of the vines. If you notice, you're gonna see these already catch already. So what we wanna do, plant them, allow them to catch, then we can get more vines to plant in other places. So we're just gonna bury this one right here. So the more it put out, we can get more from it. You see? At least they're in the ground. It's better for them to be in the ground than I to have them in a container at this time. So all over the way of potato, all these areas, I want to put some these squash. Yeah, these squash, I want to plant them in this area. I will have to wet them with composting. I'm gonna leave the weeds because, like I said, the weeds is keeping, the weeds gonna keep them moist. So I'm gonna leave the weed, but I'm gonna plant look at how dry this soil is, guys. Soil is dry. I was to plant this squash already, but I was waiting on the rain. But the squash on them is growing. Just now they're ready to start running, so I want to get them in the ground now. And the best time as well is in the evening but you want to make sure that the sun is down. So if they plant them in the evening and the sun is down and you wet them, they could get themselves prepared for that sun in the morning. If you plant them in the morning and the sun comes out, it might just burn them out. Trying to plant them deep too. It's always good to add some soil around them that they germinate into. Very good to do that, because that's the type of soil they used to. All right. Okay, so give me a minute. I'm going to get some compost. All right, so what we're going to do now, we have compost tea. We really don't have no water. This is the good thing about this compost tea. It does nothing to the plant. This is the good thing. So now you plant them tonight and you wet their root, then they stand a chance of withholding that sun tomorrow. So let me get a few more squash. So not because the weather is dry, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna plant. I'm still gonna plant until you. AK Extractor, what's up? I still gonna continue planting, because when the weather starts changing, maybe we're gonna get some nice shower wind. All right. These was beds I already prepared back in the winter. So I'm just waking up the holes them. All right. This squash, in a few weeks, this squash is gonna start to push flowers. And I'm also planting them pretty deep. which is good. All right. So let me see. This is why I love to use this pick, because it wake up the soil. Watch guys, the soil is tough. Yeah, this wake up the soil. Peace and love. Hey, Piogo blessing. D'Angelo blessing, Aya. Thank you so much. Thank you for the gift, brother. Hey, Mr. Sweet. Okay, Mr. Sweet, I'm saying, why didn't I think to get a pickaxe before though? Yes, the good thing about the pickaxe, it breaks the soil really good. Wow, you see? It opens up the holes and it dig deep and you go down. You see? It waking up the holes there. For the soil. Watch guys. This is what I just tell you guys about the surface. If you're not getting water, the sun gonna penetrate the surface and it's just gonna go down, down, down. You see? It going down. This will tell you how long it did not rain. You see what I'm coming from? So when you plant deep, the sun take more time to get down to 10 inches instead of 5-6 inches. 5-6 inches is really not gonna work. Look at this. In case you don't have a rain, you have big problem if you don't have rain for 2 months. You see what's going on here? Watch. Solid, tough and solid. Invest. If you're doing gardening, guys, you want to invest in a pick. Yeah. It really works. It breaks up that soil really good for you. Real dry soil. You guys could see for yourself. This is why how live session is important, because when you're doing live session, people could see what you're talking about, not just sit down talking. I was doing a video today, a live today, and yesterday, and I was talking about the soil. Now today I'm showing you. Right, I have some tomato. This one here. Okay, these right here, this here is some squash that coming up, but I don't want to plant them. I think they're too small, so I'm just gonna add a little soil around their root, and I'm gonna leave them right here. So when they catch up a little more, then we can plant them out. So we leave that right there. So what we're gonna do now, what I'm going to do now, guys, I'm going to get some compost. Okay. All right, okay. Yes, guys, just invest in the right tools, make your job easier. When come on an organic garden, it's just different, you know. Remember, you're not using nothing to soften up nothing. You see, it's a good thing I make my compost, you see. I don't have no water. But look at this thing, man. You see how this thing looking? Man, this thing is loaded with nutrients, minerals, everything up inside here. So since we know that the rain is not coming, we don't have no water, so we're gonna use some of our compost and wet it so the soil could be damp for when the sun starts in the morning. Because if you don't do that and the sun hit the root, it's gonna scorch up. So guys, you know you got to follow the channel. If you want to see the result, you will have to follow the channel. You're going to remember when I was planting these squash. Well, the soil is really dry. But at the end of the day, you don't want to wait until the rain come, because if you wait until the rain come, it might gone too far. And these squash almost time to start. These squash almost time to start pushing flowers, so you don't want to hold them up too long. So I think now is the best time for me to come and plant them out and come and look at them at evening, just to make sure that, you know, they're looking good. Like tomorrow evening I'll come and check them out, and once I see they hold up, then I know, all right, they're doing good. We have some beans here that's growing. Oh, look at peach tree right here, guys. This is a peach tree growing right here. Okay, I'm gonna allow it for a few more days, and then I'll come and dig it out. All these was beans, and the weather scorched up a lot of them. But as far as I see like they're coming back. This is the broccoli them. This is the cabbage. The good thing about the cabbage, we see the cabbage start folding. All right, okay. The cabbage them start folding, so very soon we're gonna be able to harvest our cabbage. Our ginger now. We've been getting such a tough weather with these ginger. The cold weather plus the hot sun. That's not easy for plants to deal with. And no water at the same time. So you was getting the cold weather at night, no water in the day, and the sun is just drowned in them. But you could still see life in them. If they wasn't growing, you would have see they basically their leaves start drying up. We also have some over here again. Right here, same thing. In a few, all it takes is a nice shower of rain and this whole garden will transform itself. These are sweet potato, no, red potato. Growing really nice, even though they don't get in no water. They're doing pretty well. Mr. Sweet Time said, I already waited for the last rain. It's crunch time now, and that pickaxe is gonna be clutch. All right, all right. Yes, I. Just got to say, last summer I grew broccoli plant in the 5-gallon bucket. It grew good, but no broccoli in mid. Oh, sorry for that. Sorry for that. Well, don't give up, guys. Don't give up. Still continue. So you see, we have sweet potato here. No, red potato. This whole bed over here, if you notice, you can see the start sprouting. And guys, like I said, no rain. So even though we're not getting rain, you just still got to be grateful. My eggplant and them, the sun beat my eggplant and them like crazy. Look at this. I now give it some composting. Look what the sun did to the eggplant. And I now give them some composting and they look like something now. A few hours ago, they was lying on the ground. With that little water, that little composting, it raised them up. I even look at my peppers them up here. So we have, these are my peppers struggling as hell. But guess what? I see one of them pushing, could you imagine? Struggling as hell, but pushing flowers. Ain't that something? Yes, yes, yes. So we also have squash down here. And now add some compost to it. Yes, you see, and you know what, D'Angelo? You see like how I'm giving it the compost, you know? You see when the rain come and it's soaking the soil, you're gonna see something. Just remember what you're seeing now. So we have squash growing up here too, as we can see. That's our squash growing up here. So guys, I'm not because it's not raining, mean I'm not gonna plant. I'm gonna plant because one thing I know, once the rain come, everything gonna take off. You see, I have my tomato here, no rain, but look at it, doing well. My fruit trees them, and them fruit trees exploding, man. I see my apple tree have on one apple jet, one apple. All these flowers we see here, could you imagine? This thing puts flowers everywhere and we only see one apple. Ain't that something? Look how much flowers this tree push. This is what I'm telling you guys. This is what I'm telling you all. Pollinators is important, man. Watch. All this, nothing happened. All these flowers, nothing happened. Just one of them hold on. Okay, what is it? Let me see. And this is the apple tree here. What is this? Is this a root? You see the apple tree, it sprout out. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know, this kind of looking something. No. Almost look like an apple. Yeah, so this is what's going on, guys. My fig them. Let me show you my fig. Look how this fig is growing so fast, man. Watch. And there's only 3 of them. Yes, there's only 3 of them growing fast. This is my nectarine. All these are nectarine. Doing really well. Down over there is my blueberry, them growing. So we have plum and all my peach tree down there. Only one plum tree down there. Them apple tree, none of them produce. You see? So this had on a lot, but the cold weather come and hit them and it just burn them off. So we have 3 survive and man, this one is massive. Yes. So when I say the garden season is challenging, yes it is. I know what I'm saying, I know what I'm talking about. All up here again, this is sweet red potato. All these coming up here. So why did this video today? Oh look, my strawberry them. You know what? I'm gonna take these strawberry. I don't know. These are strawberry, but what happened with these strawberry? I think I need to take them and take care of them. Maybe I might get some strawberry, bigger strawberry from them. You see? I think this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a root of strawberry and put it in an area and just take good care of them. Yes, guys, so this is it, man. We have some corn coming up down in here. All this is corn coming up here. I'm trying, I'm not giving up. The weather is dry, but I'm not giving up. Planter could be back of pollinator bees that make your apple. Yes, that's what's going on. Lack of pollinators. I don't see pollinators like how I used to see pollinators. I used to see pollinators everywhere. Now and this is why I keep saying we have to focus on organic garden, because all this spraying and spraying, I believe, is causing an effect on the bugs them. So now we need the bugs them. We can't get them because we already spread them out. That's why we have to, if we wanna make it, Jed, if we wanna live self-sufficient, we gotta follow the rules of nature. We gotta go back to nature, the way of nature. If we wanna be self-sufficient, there's no way you could make it if you keep using these things constantly, every time. Yes, it makes your work a little easier, but guess what? It makes food more difficult to produce. The cold hit my trees as well. Lucky still have a few. Okay. I drop way more flowers than ever this season. I don't know, man. It's something with pollinators. Like I said, guys, we got to get serious. If you want to live a self-sustaining lifestyle, you have to focus on organic. We lose a lot on organic gardening because most people not interested in organic garden because it takes too much time and too much effort. So we want to cut the shortcut, but guess what? The shortcut gonna cause problem for us in the future. It's already start. When you start seeing your fruit trees producing flowers and then you can't get no fruits, that's when you're gonna realize. When you see your squash start producing flowers and you cannot get no flowers, no squash, then you're gonna realize. When you see a pumpkin start producing flowers and you're not getting anything from it, then you're gonna realize. This is serious, man. This is really serious. We gotta wake up, guys. We gotta wake up. Wake up and understand what is going on. Think we've been sleeping too long, guys. Wake up, guys. Like I say, guys, I understand everybody cannot do the same because of space and location. I understand that. I understand. I've been growing a wildflower patch every year. I may have to plant bigger patch. Definitely, yes. Mr. Sweet, my parents in me in 05. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. So where do you focus on organic? You drop flowers that can draw their attention, keep them around you. But if the people them in your neighborhood are around you is spraying, it's still gonna cause problem. You understand what I'm saying? Because before they reach you, they might get sprayed on already. So we have to take it up in your own hands and try your best, guys. We understand it's so much you can do. We understand, but try your best. Try your best to try to go natural. It's gonna pay off in the long run. It's gonna pay off in the long run. And like I said, guys, not because the sun is not shining, not because the rain is not coming, that doesn't mean I'm not gonna plant. I'm gonna plant, I'm gonna continue planting. I'm gonna plant deep as I usually do. If I didn't plant this cabbage deep, this cabbage was a scorch out already. They would already dry out. You know? I tried, D'Angelo say, I tried to hand pollinate and everything I got going here, but without them, it's going to be difficult to food. Yes. It's only so much we could hand pollinate. It's only so much we could hand pollinate. We could try our best with the bees. You know them bees was flying from flowers to flowers, and when you do look, pollinators. When you do look, you see your stuff them pollinate. Now, you got to learn to hand pollinate. Yeah. Got the soil, guys. So we're dealing with pollinators, and we also dealing with the hot weather. You see how these burdock massive? Look how these burdock spread out there, man. That's burdock leaf right there. We already harvest these right here. So we still have 1, 2, about 7 more to harvest. Because we want to plant squash in this area here. I want to plant the burdock and them more in a corner, not in the center of the bed. Like more in a corner. This is a massive peach tree. This peach has produced a lot of peach every year. And I'm telling you guys, the weather, I'm barely seeing any peach on the tree this year. It's just a few of them. And it's the weather. Because when they're full of flowers, the dry weather come, and the dry weather, not the dry weather, the cold weather come, and it cuts down everything. Oh, you know what I'm saying? So this is just an update on what's going on, guys. I don't know if you guys remember when I overwinter these banana. These are the banana them I overwinter, which I put the plastic bag over them. And you see, instead of them dry down to the root, they continue. This is how you get your banana to produce. Yeah, them burdock massive, man. Let me see. How are you using the burdock? Planted some root this season. Yes. Well, sometimes I blend it up, dry it out, sun dry it, and blend it up, and I put it in my food from time to time. Yeah, like put some in my food when I'm cooking. Sometimes I even add some in my tea when I making tea. Sometimes, not all the time, because burdock is a very powerful herb. Oh, there's the next one right here. And that's the comfrey right there. This is the comfrey. Think I need some. Yeah, this is the comfrey right here. This is another powerful plant. This Man, I could tell anybody about this plant. This plant here, I can tell anybody about this. This is a plant that you can put in oil, like virgin olive oil, and soak it out for like a couple months. And this extract in the oil, and you rub your skin, like your back hurting you. Man, you rub that with that oil and that pain disappear. You also could take the leaf, break it and roll it up and put it on wherever is hurting you, and it's heal that. I'm telling you. Healing power, that's right, that's right. Yes, sir. Yes, I remember you show 5 months ago. That's right. You see, this is what I'm saying. You see, this is what I'm saying, guys. On this channel, we don't have time to fool people and lie. We tell the truth. This is the same bag. Look the bag here, Priogo. I'm D'Angelo. See the bag? This is the same bag I had over the banana plant. This, you see? So we show the truth over here, man. This is the same banana bag we put over it, and the banana, instead of it start back from the root, it just continue. Same thing with these down here. Same thing with these down here. You see? So we know how to overwinter banana. We know how to get the banana to continue instead of dry down to the ground. We know how to get it to continue. And all you need is a black plastic bag, guys. That's all you need. A black plastic bag. Cut the banana, cover the top, and pull it down over it, tie it, and just leave it. That will protect your banana. Okay, this is our grapes. All right, we see grapes coming in. Okay, we see grapes coming in. All right. Okay. So I remember when I only had one fruit tree, guys. I remember when I only have one fruit tree. Now, how much we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, like 25 fruit trees. And we had one at one point. But this is it. This is it, guys. I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of cleaning up to do, which I'm going to be start doing very soon. But this is it, guys. It look a kind of bushy and crazy now, but trust me, in a few weeks, you're going to be seeing something different. And like I said, guys, oh wow, my strawberry producing, watch here. That's my strawberry right there. Okay, all right. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. Yeah, guys. So don't give up, man. Get busy out there. Plant as much as you can. Don't ever underestimate yourself. Don't ever underestimate the soil. And please don't underestimate the weather. The weather is not something you underestimate. If the sun is too hot, it can burn your plants down. All right, so do not plant a garden and leave it and expect to get anything out of it. Please don't expect that. We don't teach that. We do not teach to plant a garden and then just leave it and then just come back a month after and expect anything. It don't work like that. Oh, some say can't come to me, but I always find people that do. I'll go with the people who do. Yes, I mean, I never drink it, but I know I use it and it works as hell. I'm telling you right here. I'm a living proof of that. Yes, that's right, Progo. They say thing for fracture bone and all thing. Yes, this thing is real, man. This thing is real. You know what? No, I didn't. No. I didn't fertilize them. I just allowed them to grow. I really didn't. I just allow them to grow. But when they get older, I start adding compost tea. So if you have grapes, I think you should add some compost tea to them, whether they're young or they older. You know what? Someone gave me some compost tea last year. No, not compost tea. Someone gave me 3 grapes. 3 grapes plant last year. And I plant them in buckets and they're producing right at this moment. They're naturally producing right now. What is this plant? Is this cassava? I had cassava plant right here. What is this plant? It's not elderberry. What is this plant? It's not tomato. It look like cassava. Let me see the root. Oh, shams is cassava. Wow. You know I plant cassava the year before. And I see them. This is why in the spring is the best time to come in your garden. The early spring, because when you come, you see plants growing up in your garden. Sometimes if you come too late, what happens is you might see you come too late, and what happens is the weeds cover them, so you're pulling up everything. And you might pull up plants that grows back in your, coming up in your, so in the spring is the only time before the weeds them take over. Because look, now I'm seeing cassava right here. And I had cassava plant here the year before. Wow, that's crazy, right? That's crazy. But yes, guys, don't give up. Not giving up, but there's some work to do. That's right. My mom has a few gooseberry plants. They taste similar to grapes. Okay. Yes. Don't give up, guys. You guys can see. You guys can see how my garden is dry. But it's still striving. And this is an organic garden, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You cannot lose in organic garden. Your soil always good. So whether you're dealing with cold weather, whether you're dealing with drought, whether you're not getting no water, your plants them still. It's still working. This potato is not getting no water, but they're doing whatever. They germinate, they're pushing up. These gingers, you can see. The leaf look like a yellow, but all that is from the weather, guys. So don't give up. Just continue doing your thing. It's never too late to start your garden. Okay, people go say, I think I got plum tree coming up from seed in the container. All right, that's good. That's good, man. You'll be surprised how fast that plum tree grow. I'm telling you, with some nice compost in the container, you'll be surprised. Look, I'm telling you right now. This is from this grape tree. This is a peach I have here and a peach I have here. And I have like 3 down there. And they all come from this tree. So what I just do, I just come under the tree all in the spring. All in the spring and such. Because remember the seed does drop and then they come up. You want to search now before the weather the grass start growing. So I already find 3 already. Okay. So yes guys, thanks again man. Thanks again man. I always try to motivate you guys. I always try to encourage you guys. I love to show you guys the ins and out, because I don't want you guys to believe gardening is just a fancy thing and you just walk outside in your clothes and without getting your hands dirty in the soil and just watch the garden and stuff start growing. No, it don't work like that. It takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time, but it's enjoyable. How it's enjoyable when you see your plants them start coming to life. When you see your plants them start doing well. When you see you harvest and you harvest in abundance. That's the beauty, man. So put in the work now and harvest later. Continue growing. Continue trying your best to grow organic, natural. You will not regret it. The taste is different. Everything about gardening is different when come on organic. The smell is different. Don't give up. Let's focus on organic garden. And don't forget guys, if you want to learn about organic garden, check out my channel. There's over 3,000 videos. There's also live stream. So much to learn from. All right? I guarantee you in a few weeks from now, you're going to see this garden to life. All in the patch there, you're going to be seeing food coming up out of the ground. You're going to be seeing potatoes shooting up. You're going to be seeing ginger. You're going to be seeing, I'm telling you, they're in the ground already. That's the good thing. They're in the ground. You're just not seeing them. But they're all in the ground. It's all it takes. It's a beautiful shower of rain. And that's it. That's all, guys. A beautiful shower of rain. And that's it. So just continue growing. I finally brought my bucket outside with my vegetable yesterday and planted a bunch of black-eyed Susan. All right, do your thing, man. That's right. I will have to bring all my buckets with vegetables in them inside Saturday because of those nights. Will be all right. Definitely carry them inside, yeah. Because if you don't, you're gonna lose. You will lose them. So that's what I was now saying. Do not underestimate the weather. Don't believe because the plants is there, the weather cannot destroy them. Do not underestimate the weather at all. All I can say, guys, don't rush anything. Take your time and do what you're doing. Simple and natural. You don't got to go out there and spend $100 on a container to plant a tomato tree. Doesn't make any sense. You see what I'm coming from? It doesn't make sense you go outside and put a $100 container to plant a few potatoes inside. Doesn't make no sense. All right? You have to spend less and harvest more. That's gardening. Spend less, harvest more. how many times a month do I fertilize? The truth is, depending on the plant, maybe once a month, depending on the plant. Depending on like peppers, I love to give them compost like when they start pushing flowers. That's my real time to give them compost. When they start pushing that flowers, you hit them with a dose of that compost to boost them, that they can get that strength to start pushing peppers. You see, some people grow peppers and their peppers produce one crop and that's it. That's all. They just produce one crop and that's it. If you want your pepper to continue produce, you got to give them that boost. That boost when they start flowers. And when they start flowers and then you see they start pepper, you hit them another boost again. You see what I'm coming from? So it depends on the plant. If it's a fruit tree, you can give the fruit tree twice a month because you want to get the fruit tree develop really good for the next season. So you want to feed it and strengthen it really good. But like your garden, your eggplant, you know, you could just give them like the flowers, when the flowers start. Sometimes, if my garden is really wet, really dry, I might walk around and still throw some compost just around certain plant because of the dryness. But if it's raining and you give the plant that compost and that soak down in the earth, the plant gonna jump out the ground so fast. So fast. So it depends on the plant and depends on how much it's raining. But I wouldn't overdo it. If it's raining or if you water in the plant, I personally will do once a month, seriously. Once you is a person watering the plant, once a month. I bought all my 5-gallon bucket cheap at Walmart. That's right. That's right. What about my cabbage? Well, cabbage. The truth is, you see, now that the cabbage start folding, I'll give them a dose because, like I say, I want them push in fast. Then it still depends on the weather. If it's raining, that dose should be able to carry them through. If it's raining, because why? If it's raining, the water gonna soak it down through the earth fast. But if it's dry like this, you understand, you might want to do it a little twice, a little once a week. Just that it could get that moisture. You see what I'm coming from? But if you watering it, you give that a dose when it start, you give it a dose when they're young, and then when they start folding, you give them another dose. Once you water in that could carry them through. That could definitely carry them through. And these are my cabbage. You see they start folding? They start folding already. Okay, you say your pepper plant flowers start falling off for some reason. Well, sometimes being not pollinated, sometimes that could also be too much water. That could also be too much water as well. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. It could be didn't pollinate, and it could also be too much water, and it could also be not enough water. So you be the judge for next season. You observe them for this season, watch them really good, and learn for the next season. Okay? All right, guys. As always, man, I appreciate you guys. Thank you all, because you know this live always information is all about information on these live on this channel, because we focus on growing and building. It's not about a show, it's about showing you the ins and out, and don't make it seems like it's such a pretty something, and your hand don't have to get dirty, and your shoes ain't got to get dirty, and your clothes ain't got to get dirty. No, man, we try to show you the real thing. You know what I'm saying? I think I have to be careful of how much water I use. That also, because there's a lot of plants that doesn't like water, too much water. A lot of plants prefer the water, wet them and drain out instead of settle in their root. A lot of plants love that. Appreciate you 100%. Thank you, D'Angelo. Blessing Aya. Thank you all, man. Thank you all. Don't forget to hit that like button, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell, because this is how you're gonna see the update, because we show you from start to finish, and we give live session. So if you really want to see truth and real information, hit that like button and subscribe. So thank you guys again, man. I appreciate each and every one of you for coming out. Thank you, Pro Grow. Blessings to you, Jed. Rune Wolf, blessing Aya. How you doing, Rune Wolf? Blessing. You welcome, Case Shakta. Blessing, Case Shakta. Thank you all so much for joining. Appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys have a blessed and wonderful day. All right? Peace and love. NASA.